yeah. Okay, cool, guys. Okay, so we are live. Let's see who is coming on today to answer some questions. Whoever wants their questions answered. I've told you guys to turn on notifications, so if you want to see these, turn on notifications. I also heard from someone YouTube is like it's hard to get the notifications or something like that, so I do apologize. I might actually consider going live at regular times moving forward. We'll have to see, or just at least setting the time in advance. All right, let's see. Just set this here. I'll wait for people to get on. I always think like more time is passing when I do these than actually is passing. I'm like, gosh, this must be like hours going by, but really it's like a couple seconds. So I'll just wait till people get on. And basically, if you guys know how this works, so you can ask whatever question you want. Super chats get priority. But if I'm like exiting the live and I'm ending it, I might not get to your super chat. Just be aware of that. But I will give you like a forewarning. I'll be like one or two more questions, then I'm getting off, that kind of thing. So Nolsey says, hi there. Hi, Nolsey. Bo Janab says, hi, Cody. Hi. Ethereal's on. Hi, how's it going? Ethereal, did you win a contest recently? I think I saw that on YouTube. You won a free reading, didn't you? I'm good. I'm chilling. Ethereal asked how I was doing. How's your Valentine's? You know what? My Valentine's was amazing. I actually spent it with a bunch of people doing a show, which was really cool, with a bunch of other performers, and that was a lot of fun. Let's see. Bo Janab says, does this person regret their actions? Okay, so does this person regret their actions? Bo Janab wants to know. Does the person they're thinking of regret their actions? They're a slow learner. They don't come to decisions quickly as far as like their regret. It like takes it for a while for it to sink in, but they do ponder it over time is what I'm seeing. I'm also seeing too that they are learning to have inner strength, which might be something that is relevant for this person in the future as far as like them learning more quickly to take take accountability for their actions, whether that's internal accountability or external accountability. There is the justice card here, so they will get their karma in this situation, and it's going to help them to understand. This is the type of person who needs like a karmic push to help them really know what happened was wrong or something that they did was inappropriate. So in a way, this person will regret their actions. However, it's slow process for them. It's not something that's going to happen overnight, right? This person might regret their actions over a longer period of time than something that's really up close and like recent or something that's going to happen quickly. Let's see. Here a moon that says, you look great. Thank you. I love the light in my blue eyes. That's awesome. May I get a reading on my relationship with Capricorn? Okay, Ethereal wants a reading with her relationship on Capricorn. Okay. What is this? Well, I'm seeing a lot of worries on your end that are not necessarily going to manifest in the extreme way you see, Ethereal. It almost feels like you're worried about heartbreak. You're also like super, like, it's like a back and forth. It's like, am I going to get really heartbroken? Are we going to have a family together? I'm hearing there's a third path that's coming through that's not necessarily marriage material. It's not total heartbreak. It's actually a third path. Let's see what that third path is. Yeah, I feel like this person in you, like, it feels almost like, I got two messages here. The first message is it's possible you and this person isolate for a period of time and really find like self-love with each other. Like you help each other love the other one really beautifully. The other thing here too is this person's meant to reflect to you an aspect of yourself that you're meant to develop within yourself. That is how you are supposed to be in a loving way toward yourself, if that makes sense. That sounded that came out strange, but hopefully that makes sense. Like this person's reflecting a way for you to love yourself by how they treat themselves. So that's one reason why they came into your life. I also think it's possible that this could manifest into a situation where you are with this person and you are both retreating from the world to spend time together and developing self-love with each other. But I don't think the extremes are going to manifest. It's not like, Ethereal says that makes sense. He's younger than I am. Yeah, it just felt like he's not, what's it called? How do I put this? It didn't feel like marriage material and it didn't feel like total heartbreak. It didn't feel like it's in one of those extremes. Okay, so Singing Steed says, what are my toxic traits that need healing? Oh, interesting. Cool question. What are Sealing Seeds' toxic traits that need healing? I'm sure you're beautiful as you are, but we can always use growth. So let's get the answer to this. What are Sealing Seeds' toxic traits that need healing? Let's see. Well, the first thing I want to point out is white knight. I know this sounds really silly, but it's like maybe you come to the rescue to people too often. Maybe you're like too much of a helper in some regards, and sometimes that can be toxic because it can be seen as like interfering, is what I'm seeing. I also see with the 10 of Pentacles here, I feel like you're really respected by your community, but you very much judge yourself by like the community's values. Like, am I in the right community is coming through. Like, where it doesn't matter what community you're a part of, something that could help you and what you could work on is knowing that you are an independent unit besides a community and that you provide value no matter what community you're a part of. And you have the ability, the equal ability to change that community. Not only does that community have an effect on you, but you can change it as well. And then also I have the Knight of Pentacles here. This is coming through as like, what is it? It's like viewing yourself as a hard worker. It might be expecting other people to see your hard work and get validation from it. Even though I feel like you are a hard worker, it's like you expect validation from that hard work, or you expect it to be acknowledged. And the cards are kind of saying like this is a sense of an expectation that you might not get this. And so this is just something to think about, that you might be doing a lot of hard work for nothing, because it's like if you are looking for respect outside yourself to do this hard work, I don't know, the cards are basically urging like you want to be able to do hard work for yourself and not necessarily for others. That also ties in with the community message of like doing things for other people and other people's approval, stuff like that. So that's what I got for you. Let's see. Amber says, hello, hope all is well. Yeah, all is good, Amber. I just realized I was talking to one of my like friends that sees my YouTube and stuff like that. And I realized like I've been so long in like a mental health journey that like people are just like, are you okay? I feel like a delicate flower. And we all have phases like that, right? And then, hopefully we come out on the other end of them where we're a little bit stronger, than before. So I like to think that's what's going on with me right now. Let's see. Dania says, what should I do to raise my confidence? Okay, Dania wants to know, what should Dania do to raise her confidence? Okay, Dania, I'm hearing your confidence will be built through a repetitive task of some kind. I'm also hearing something that can help your confidence is getting out there and being more social. Retreating at this time is making you feel like a lower sense of self-worth. Sometimes we talk about self-love, like take a break from social stuff and like really develop yourself and take care of yourself on like a more introverted level. This is really asking you to get out and be social. It's really asking you to talk to people, commune with people. And it's also asking you to pick up some kind of hobby that you can do over and over again, whether that's an artistic hobby, a job. Maybe you just pick up a second job and you do a strict schedule of I work every day from Tuesdays from like 6 to 8 and I do this job every day. Also with Two of Wands, another card about getting out and being more active. Something that could help your confidence is getting off of social media, especially if you're seeing certain images and stuff that's making you feel like you're not worth it compared to other people on social media. Getting off of social media, getting back out there, getting in the real world, stuff like that. I feel like you've done a lot of soul searching already, and it's about time to break free from that. And I'm also seeing some kind of thing, like pick up something that you can do every day, like a routine. Having something to ground yourself in, a routine every day, is going to help build your confidence as well. Reese says, hi, please, may I ask a question? Yeah, totally. You just have to write your question in there, and then if I get to it, I can answer it. It just depends, because sometimes the chat scrolls up and I don't get to see everyone. Okay, Reese says, does Murshid love me? Thanks. Okay, does Murshid love... I'm going to say Rez. Okay, does Murshid love Rez? I feel like indigestion, like what's it called? Like a burp or something, and it's making me think of some words coming up that something needs to be said. Murshid. Okay. Murshid seems like, I don't know if you're thinking of this romantically or not. Murshid, I think, sees you as a friend, or they think friendship's on the table. They also have a lot of potential like relationships right now, whether that's friendships, romance, familial, stuff like that. There's a lot of potential. I do think this person has an idea of beauty in their head, and if the people around them or their relationship partner does not match to the specific standard, they're not interested. Let me pull one more card just to see if they're interested in you. These are just things to be aware of. If this person has talked to you about the types of people they're attracted to, that might be a hint. They have a specific type and they don't deviate from that type. So especially if they've talked to you about like, what their type is and you don't feel like you fit that, they're probably not interested. But I see friendships on the table. And this feels like a very long-term connection. It really does feel like this person and you are really in it for the long haul. I think this connection will mature with age. And I think that with the Ace of Pentacles here, this person's thinking of you as a friend. Maybe they're not sure yet, but I think they think of you as a friend. And there's this growth aspect where it's going to mature with age. I really think this is maybe more of a long-term connection, a long-term friendship. So that's something that is on the table if you're interested in that. Let's see. Squishbish says, why have I met SB? Okay. So why has Squishbish met SB? Why has Squishbish met SB? I'm going to pull 2 cards. It's like only 2? Okay. I guess that's what we're doing. Okay. You're meant to get into a connection with this person and they're meant to help you build an inner strength with yourself. I do think this is romantic. It feels romantic. It does feel like helping each other get over bad habits, that too. It feels like a strength in unity. It feels like a, what's that called? Where it's like almost like a workout partner or someone that helps you accomplish a goal. But it feels like I'm getting the 2 infinity symbols, right? I'm getting double infinity. So it's like an equal exchange. It goes back and forth. It's a self-generating unit. It means that like you don't need too many other people. This is a person you're meant to kind of come into contact with, spend a lot of time one-on-one and kind of feel like not like you need other people. I mean, you guys probably have activities like work, school, life, family, but this person is meant to be a self-contained unit, whatever that means to you. Let me see if this person is, I don't know if SB is romantic or not. You said, why have I met SB? But it's for a connection to be a self-contained unit. I would spend a lot of time alone with this person. You'll develop your relationship a lot faster. I would also stay away from any drugs or substances because we have the Strength card in reverse. That means that the intention and the thing that's going to help the most is if you guys are clear-headed at the time that you're engaging with each other. Let's see what else comes up through with. Yeah, justice. This is karmic, but it feels like good karma. It feels like something about this person. Lighter than air. A heavy heart feels lighter than air. I feel like one of you has a very heavy heart. Some issue came in your life that was a big issue, a big problem that was like weighing deeply on you. But for the other person, that issue's lighter than air. Like they don't even care about it. Like if you could deliver the most heavy, messed up information to this person, and they literally look at you and they're like, "Whoa! Like that's like nothing." Like they feel like it's nothing. That's kind of the vibe here. It's like a connection where it's like one person's heaviness feels like one person's like easy going whatever. So I think there's a lot of how do I put this? There's a lot of healing here for that kind of stuff, because if someone doesn't see your problem as such a big deal, it's kind of like, well, maybe I shouldn't be seeing my problem as such a big deal either, So let's see. Okay. Rizia says, thanks. Ethereal says, hi. Squishbiz says, I'm the heavy one, LOL. And Squishbiz says, she's as light as a feather, energetic. Oh, cool. And it could be vice versa, Squishbish. Maybe there's areas where she feels like you're lighter than air and you're the one that has that she has the heavy issues. And so it could be mutual in that way. Valier says, hi, Cody. What's next in love for me? Okay, Valier, what's next in love for Valier? What is that song? I'm thinking of the Old West. I'm thinking of cowboy and who draws first is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. There is a stalemate here, what's coming up in love for you. There will be someone who you think is very famous or you think has the ability to be famous, whether they are or not. They're kind of seen as a public figure, even though they don't see themselves this way. With lovers here, reverse, it's who draws first. I'm getting like an old Western theme of like 2 people standing back to back and then walking and then drawing, right? It's like who's going to be honest first, who's going to share their feelings first. This does feel like a little bit of a game of like cat and mouse a little bit, but what I'm really seeing is it's just a matter of someone has to go first for there to be any kind of connection. But that's kind of what's coming next for you in love. I also see an epiphany coming in love because of the situation. So whoever you're engaging with that's coming up next, and it's like a battle of who's going to confess their feelings first. I am saying this whole situation brings you a whole new perspective on love. The fact that someone else is not going to say something and you're not going to say something, and who's the first one to be honest, that kind of thing. With the hang one here, it brings a whole shift in perspective. It's going to unlock more to you than this situation, and it's going to bring in new love, basically. Let me pull that in, because that's not what's next, but I kind of want to see what the next thing is after that. Let's see here. Yeah, this is the end of like awkward friendships. This is the end of that. Like this perspective and this relationship coming in, or this person coming in, where it's like, I'm getting literally, it's in a message of like the Old West, and it's like draw. It's like who draws first, it's like counting to 3 and then turning and drawing, but drawing the gun, basically, if you guys know Westerns. With Ace of Pentacles, this is like the letting go of awkward friendships, right? This is kind of the letting go of things that are like unspoken, unsaid. It's this next relationship is teaching you how holding back can be detrimental. So you're going to be experiencing what's next in love of like sharing your full self and sharing your true self and seeing where that gets you and seeing how that can open up someone else as well. With the hangman here too being in reverse, it feels like a new way of doing that too. Like the perspective's like, oh, I could just do it this way, and it's easy. It's like makes sense. Let's see. Casey says, my apologies if you answered already, but what will the dynamic be like between me and my next romantic partner? Okay, so Casey wants to know, what will the dynamic be like between Casey and their romantic partner? Okay, let's see here. Casey, I feel like you and your next romantic partner kind of lie to each other playfully. It's kind of funny. It's like you're trying to pull one over on the other one. And it's this feeling of like, it goes in kind of like cycles, but it brings out your inner child is what I'm seeing. And it helps you guys stay passionate about life. It's like a playful way of bantering with each other. It's like someone will say something like, are you really telling the truth? And they're like, nah. And then it's just a way of like joking around, really. Queen of Cups talks about, what is this? Okay, let me look real quick. Hold on, I'm going to take a second. I'm not noticing. I need to notice something that I'm not seeing right away. I think one of you teaches the other one how to slow down and enjoy life. That's another thing that's coming through. Even though you guys have that witty banter about like, are you telling the truth? Nah, I knew it, that kind of thing. There's a sense of like witty banter here, but also one person needs to slow down and smell the roses, and the other person is really good at relaxing and seeing things for the being in the present moment and really just enjoying the present moment. And they're meant to slow down the other person and get them to relax and see things in a more loving, lighthearted way, that kind of vibe too. I'm seeing innocence, like reigniting someone's innocence. That's something I'm seeing with your next romantic partner. And I'm seeing inward passion for both of you. It might not be passion that's totally expressed on the outside completely and fully, but it's an inner fervor that like sparks you for life and sparks you to get into activity with other aspects of your life. And I'm seeing this next romantic connection also as a cyclical effect, which means that this person will come in your life for a little bit, maybe be out of your life for 2 or 3 weeks, come in for 2 or 3 weeks, be out of your life for 2 or 3 weeks, come in for 2 or 3 weeks, something like that. I don't know why 2 and 3 weeks is the example. It could be something else, like maybe like day on, day off, day on, day off, something like that. But that's kind of what I see for this next kind of romantic partnership. Valerie is giving me a super chat. Thank you. I don't know, Valerie, you didn't put your question, so I'm wondering if you want a question answered too. And Casey says, thank you. You're welcome, Casey. Valerie, let me know if you have a question. Ethereal, maybe you can help me catch that if you're still on, if Valerie wants to do a question. And if not, thank you for the super chat. That's really appreciated. Okay, let's see. So, hi, Cody. What steps do I need to take to improve my life and feel better? So Gold wants to know, what steps do they need to take to improve their life or feel better? What steps does Gold need to take to improve their life or feel better? Whoa. Okay, what's that energy? Okay. Did you have someone that you trusted with a secret or something, or some kind of self-help thing where like they were supposed to be helping you and you trusted them to be that supportive partner? Because I'm feeling betrayal by someone, and there's a feeling of needing to get over that betrayal. I'm also seeing this person will come back into your life, but not in a way that you expect, in a way that's kind of like I'm getting what's it called? Rowing away, rowing away. It's what is this? Okay, hold on, let me pull one more card because I want to see what this is, because I know your question was about steps to take to improve life and feel better. There's something that's stopping you about being open with a certain community because someone betrayed you in the past. And I think that there's a feeling that you need to get over this situation, and there's needs to be a working through with this situation. Um, this feeling or this emotion of being betrayed is going to kind of cycle back around. I feel like there'll be periods of time where you don't have to deal with it, and there'll be periods of time where you're thinking about it, but it is in a way affecting your ability to integrate with really strong communities that could really support you, sometimes financially and sometimes just like spiritually and stuff. I'm seeing that there's a feeling of being kind of closed off and not really receiving the support because the last person who you wanted support from that tried to support you um, betrayed you in some way, shape, or form. I'm also this is making me sad. Oh my gosh, Gold, this is making me sad. Oh, Gold says feeling betrayed by life. Yeah. Yeah, in general, I just think in general there's a feeling of like what is it? The devil's like attachment to like, yeah, it might be attachment to the feeling of being betrayed as well. But overall, I want to keep going with this feeling of the person who betrayed you, because I kind of want to go with this metaphor. I know you said feeling betrayed by life, but I'm feeling this is like a strong kind of thing here. And even if it is life that betrayed you, right? I'm hearing like music can help in this regard. Like music can be very soothing. Overall, I'm seeing being just in general, as far as like having a better outlook on life, really being in a place where you can like enjoy life more. I really feel it's all about like letting go, opening up, being part of something bigger than yourself. And don't worry about being betrayed by someone. You can open up again. I mean, obviously you have to be careful, right? If someone, you let someone in and they like whatever, like said the wrong thing or whatnot, you have to be careful in opening up. But I'm seeing a broader community is safe to open up with rather than like one-on-one right now. But at the same time, there's a feeling of needing to let go of this fear. It's like you experience the experience just so you could get the courage to go back to how it was, is kind of the vibe that I'm getting, because we do have that cycle thing with the Page of Wands. This is an interesting reading, Gold. I'd be curious what if you're relating to it or what parts you're relating to. It's really interesting. Let me pull one more card. I feel like there's more here. Yeah, it's about getting out of that soul searching mentality and going out and doing things with people and letting yourself be a part of a community that really is extending their hand out to support you. Yeah, that's what I got for you. K88K says, may I know what would happen if I pursue the path of me being a graphic designer? Is this the right path for me? Okay, let's see. For K88K. Oh, I want to read what Gold said because this is a kind of important reading, I feel. Gold says, people feel unsafe. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing there's some people who are genuinely, they're meant to help you, and there's specifically a community, like a community of people that's a really good community. And I know there's a feeling of like, and I don't know, like when you said life betrayed you, it might be an unconscious thing where someone betrayed you. I don't know. I don't want to get too into it because I'm not a psychologist, right? There's a wound there. There's kind of like a wound there. So there's a feeling of like there is a community that will reach out to you and you will feel safe with. And you just want to make sure you're open to them. Maybe not on like an individual, like share your problems with each individual in the group kind of thing, but just know that you're safe in that community. Okay, so K88. So I want to get back to your pursue the path of being a graphic designer is the right path for me. So K88 wants to know. K888 wants to know. I'm saying Kate. There we go. Wants to know if being a graphic designer is the right path for her to pursue. Okay, being a graphic designer. And let's see what's going to happen with that. Let's get some cards down the line. Okay, I'm seeing, first of all, you're going to have the most fun in this career. So if you want a lot of fun in your career, graphic designer will be the best one. A lot of fun. And I'm also hearing you might not be working with a team. You might actually be working solo. And for some reason, I'm feeling like this is a vibe of just like someone like with a design board in a studio in like their own apartment that they can afford, and they just have their own space to work in. Very similar to how I work here with my tarot cards. It's like I have my space in my house where I work out of. This is kind of the feeling here. It's like it's just like a lot of fun, right? It's like I listen to whatever music I want. Like I have a party on my own. I don't have to like worry about like, whatever. It just feels fun. It feels freeing. And with Three of Pentacles, it talks about issues with coworkers that you might have temporarily going into this career. But at the same time, then it becomes this thing where it's like, well, your boss is like, well, you can totally work at home, and you can communicate with them through online or whatever the case may be. It feels very like peaceful like that. Gold said, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome, Gold. And then I'm also seeing what happens towards the end of this career. It's so funny. Why is this coming through? You might be working with models. You might be working with models or something with like people in the graphic design thing, or like graphic designs incorporating people, something like that. I'm also seeing that there's going to be a relationship coming in with someone you don't expect, but still a relationship nonetheless that is like meant for you, or it's good karma. It's like someone who's coming in because you were a special way to someone else, and this person's going to be that special way to you, and it's finally getting returned to you. And I see that you might meet them through this graphic design path is kind of what I'm seeing. Let me look one more card. Yeah, I'm seeing you guiding people too in a way with this path. Like there might even be a part of this graphic design path where you end up teaching or something, or counseling others, or showing people tips and tricks or something like that. Maybe even starting like a YouTube channel where you show graphic design and tips and tricks through graphic design through a YouTube channel, something like that. But that's what I got for you. K88 says romantic. I think it's romantic. It was the Knight of Cups reversed. So that can be like the idea of romance, but it's like when it comes, it's like a different idea of romance than you thought it was going to be. So it's like you expect to be romantically treated this way, but you're going to get treated this other way because you treated someone that way, and it's a positive thing, and you didn't expect you wanted that. How do I put this? It's like if you date people and you love paying for the dinner, you love paying your way, something like that. It's like finding someone who randomly wants to pay for you, and at first you're like, wait, I don't expect this. Like I'm the one that pays. Like, you don't have to pay. I'm the one that takes care of these things. And then the other person's kind of like, well, no, I want to pay. And then it's like, there's like a little awkward exchange, but that's a good thing. Then you get kind of stuff paid for the relationship or whatnot. Maybe and that's just like one example. It can be lots of other stuff, like maybe, I can't even think of any other examples actually, but it's going to be something like that. K88 says, thank you, Cody. This is beautiful. Yeah, you're welcome. J. Sean P. Says, hi, Cody. What does my future lifestyle look like? Oh, that's so fun. That's a good question. Okay. Fun questions today, guys. How fun. Future lifestyle. I've never had that question before. What does J. Sean P's future lifestyle look like? Dude, I gotta ask that question in a tarot reading. That's such a good question. Okay. I'm gonna pull 4 cards for this. You electrify my life. I'm hearing the song Starlight by Muse. So that might be a song that I think you're going to have a kind of, what's it called? A really strong connection with divine energies. I think you're going to be really connected to spirit or angels or something magical or spiritual or divine. And I'm hearing this is a very intimate electric connection. I wouldn't be surprised if you meet people through this angel, and this angel brings in like people for your life, basically. But overall, this is kind of, you're being really tapped into spiritual energy in your future. Some people, it's so funny. They come to tarot readings and stuff and they're like, oh, I want to be an accountant or something. And then they have this kind of like crazy spiritual awakening, and they just become this like spiritual guru. And I see that for you. I see that's like an electric ability to use celestial divine energies to get whatever you need for yourself and other people. You might even be a part of a spiritual community. I'm seeing there's something about, what is this? Hold on, let me check real quick. There's another message here. Oh, yeah, you're going to grow exponentially in your future lifestyle. Like you are not who you are right now. You will not be who you are right now. You are a way more powerful figure. We have the Queen of Wands representing the little black house cat, and then this big fully grown lion. And you're kind of being represented. That's so funny. There's also, it's so funny. You're attracting less aggressive women in accordance with your growth. So if you're with partners right now, I don't know if you're straight or gay or whatever, your partners, basically, we'll just say, because it doesn't have to be women, your partners that you're attracting now are maybe a little more hostile. And I am seeing that in the future, due to your exponential spiritual growth, you will attract more gentle, kind, and nurturing people rather than aggressive, controlling, and dominating people. So expect that your relationships are going to be more gentle, kind, and nurturing, and you are going to become a more powerful figure, is what I'm seeing, especially in the spiritual department. You have an angel and guide that wants to work with you, that and eventually in the future is going to work with you pretty consistently. And man, you're going to get a lot done. Like, it's really whatever you want, honestly. It's a future lifestyle where it's like whatever you want. The things that are guaranteed: more loving connections, more respect, and more connection to spiritual energy. Let's see. Shimada1 says, "Dear, what's coming up for me in career profession?" What is coming up for Shimada in career profession? What is coming up for Shimada in career profession? J Snap says, "Wow, thank you. You're welcome." So Shimada in career profession. Let's see. What is that? Stepping down. Hold on, Shimada. I got to look at this. It's going to take a second. Roses in the air, not a thorn to spare. There's something about mitigating a situation where either people are being let go of their job or coming off a position of confidence where you might be helping them. I don't know if it's regain confidence, but you help them process their pain over time. This feels like someone who's kind of a nurturing influence. This could be a nurse. This could be someone who takes care of someone who is like has had an injury. So like, for example, like sports medicine. This could be someone who, like a sports person, has had what's it called, an injury or something, and they've fallen off kind of like their situation, and you have to heal them back up to that like top position. It almost feels like though there's also a situation here where something can't be healed back to full health. And that's what you help people with. It's like you're a healer, but you also help them build confidence in areas where they've lost something that they can never get back, is what I'm seeing. I'm also hearing you still want to maintain a professional side to yourself when you're in this career. You don't want to make everyone like your closest friend, even because they are still a client. And I'm hearing though you're very good at what you do, and I'm hearing this is something that shows up over time. The more clients you have and the more clients that have like been around you, shows up better over time. You're kind of like a counselor healer is kind of the vibe that I'm getting for people who have lost something that was really important or a high status or something like that, and they kind of have fallen from grace. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. So it's going to be something related to that kind of energy. The only thing I could think of that was the best thing I could think of was a sports doctor, where like if you're like on a football team and you get an injury and then you're like taken out for the season, and you know you're never going to be at your performance again, or you're never going to be able to play football again, and then someone who heals that energy with you, but is also kind of like in a therapy role as well. So it's kind of like, you know, it could be like a physical therapist who's giving hope for what someone can physically be able to do, but like so still breaking the news to them that, you know, you might not be at this level anymore, something like that. Okay. Lakshima wants to know Gokul's current feelings about me. So Lakshima wants to know Gokul's current feelings. What are Gokul's current feelings? Okay. Oh, okay. There's a back and forth. I feel like there's a back and forth with this person where they, on one hand, they want to be alone to just do what they want to do, and on the other hand, they really admire you. They also kind of see you in this way, is the best way to describe it. Because the cards are reversed, I would say I'm more inclined to follow this interpretation of the cards, where they see you as someone who needs time alone and to problem solve situations and needs to like really think things through. And they also see you as someone that admires them. Like they're very aware that like you like them. And then Hierophant here talks about some kind of matchmaking thing. Somehow it's like two people being brought together by a third party. Maybe like there's a desire here for that, but it might not manifest, something like that. Or there's some kind of feeling like that on this person's end. Pull one more card. Come on, go cool. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think Goku likes to take things slow as well. And I think that there's this feeling of like, I want to take things slow. I need my time. One person feels really energetic in this connection and the other person feels very slow. And there's kind of a disconnect there in this energy. It means like one person's maybe too slow for the other one and one person's too fast for the other one, something like that. That's what I'm getting. Um, Shimanta says, appreciate your divine energy. Yeah, good luck in your career endeavors. You guys, I'm gonna take 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna turn on the air because it's getting hot in here. So. Ooh, okay. When you channel and do tarot, my body overheats. I don't know what it is. Let's see. Rita asks, does my crush like me? Oh, what is this card? Rita wants to know, does my crush like me? Rita wants to know, does Rita's crush like her or them? Okay, does Rita's crush like them? Rita, I think your crush does like you. One of you must be really attractive because there's a lot of competition for one of you versus the other one. It's like a lot of people are fighting for one person. I don't know, that it feels like you, honestly, but it does feel like a lot of people are fighting over you or want you, something like that. But the lovers here indicates that this person feels safe with you. They feel like they can trust you. They feel like they can confide in you. They feel like they can share things with you. I feel like this person has a lot more intimacy for you. Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Ideal romantic partner vibes. I think this person does feel really connected to you. I think this person likes you a lot. I think you can really trust this person and they can trust you. I think it'll be very clear in conversation if they like you or not, because they're not going to be afraid to say it. They will tell you that they like you. If they're telling you that they just want to be friends, you can trust that too, because this is a card about honesty. Can I show this? Yeah, this is a card about honesty, and this is a card about trust. Like, this person's going to be honest. Like, no matter what they say, what they say is what they mean, right? They do respect you. I feel like they want a long-term connection. There is a romantic side of this connection that ideally, like, say if it's not you, it's someone else. They want someone just like you. If there's some other issue there. Yeah, because I'm seeing with Ace of Wands reversed, there might be an issue with sexuality coming up, maybe for a thing, I don't know. But Ace of Wands just tell me too to move on to the next question. So I think that hopefully covered and answered your question. Rita says, thank you, Cody, for answering my question. You're welcome. And Rita says, I feel very connected with him too. I can tell that Lovers card is no joke. It's the most honest someone can be with you, according to my interpretation of the Lovers. So Sunshine Face says, hi, Cody, will I get a new job in payroll? This is probably going to have to be one of my last questions. Let me see. So, get a job in new payroll, sorry. Rita says, yes, Cody, thank you so much. Let's see. I could get a job in payroll. Let's see here. Get a new job in payroll. There's an unexpected fresh start, but it doesn't feel like it's happening right away. It feels like right now you're just currently thinking about walking away from something because you're worried in the future there's going to be more resistance to it. Oh, that's so sweet. I'm hearing if you think the resistance is from people or from your immediate work environment or the people, your closest coworkers, you're not going to have that. They love you like family. They literally love you like family. This could also be your family being super supportive at this time. This can be emotional support from your family that's really needed at this time. The thing is, I keep seeing this in the future. It's like there's going to be a little bit of worries for right now, but I do see a surprising new start. I don't know if that's payroll. Okay, to be honest, I don't know what payroll really is. Because I just do this for my job. But it feels like a surprising fresh start. It feels like something that's going to catch you off guard. So it might be something like that. Let's see. Crystals and Paint says hi. Koi Fish says hi. Super chat. Was there a super chat that I missed? See, they used to like just stick around in the chat and everything else would go by. But Koi Fish says, what's coming in romance and partnership for me? Okay. Koi Fish wants to know what's coming in romance and partnership for me. Koi Fish wants to know what's coming in romance and partnership. I feel like I need to roll the astro dice. Like, do we need to know about a zodiac sign here? You're being asked to take into consideration an Aries, where an Aries is going to come in. So let me look at your reading and I'll get to what that is in a second. Yeah, the astrology is coming through. Look into astrology to see when this person's coming in, because I'm seeing there's a period of isolation or alone time, and an astrologer can help you figure out the timing of when this is going to happen, when the next partner's coming in, or when you're going to get a situation like that. Obviously, with an astrologer you trust, that intuitively speaks to you. I'm hearing there's this feeling that I can't create my reality. I can't create my reality, and I'm so different that people don't want to be with me. That's kind of a vibe that's coming through as far as like self-talk that's going on with you. I'm also seeing with the Temperance card, there's a feeling that you need to get in touch with, see, I'm losing my voice. This has to be the last question, guys. I'm sorry if I didn't get to you. With Temperance here, there's a feeling of needing to get in touch with your angels at this time. What's really going to clear that out, that inner gunk out, is to like bring a little inner light into yourself, which just means like asking for divine help. You can do a simple prayer manifestation like I receive divine light, I have it permeate through me and fill my body completely, eradicating any darkness or ill intent towards myself that I have, something like that. And then the Hermit does talk about a period of alone time right now that is maybe needed, but he's pointing to the sky, and I felt like rolling this astro dice, so I do feel like astrology is going to help you find the timing for this. But your question was about the next person. What's coming in romance and partnership? It does look like that something like that's not going to come for a little bit, but it does feel, there's something about an Aries here. Let me feel what this Aries is going on. Yeah, there's a solid friend coming in that you like party with, that you have fun with, that you have a good time with. It's not necessarily romantic like you're thinking for a romance partnership, but it is a solid friend that's an Aries who's gonna like always show you a good time. You're gonna have a blast with this person. I'm seeing a bigger group of friends, like you and this Aries attract collective. So it's like you go out with one person and then people are just drawn to your guys' energy as a couple, and they like more people are attracted to the group and glom onto the group. So it just expands. It's an expansion of like social activity essentially. And this is with a person who's an Aries. You do have a very masculine energy coming for you eventually. I'm just hearing it might take some time. There needs to be some blocks that are worked through, especially with the Magician in reverse. You're meant to ask for this person eventually, but when you fully believe you can. You're meant to, like, there's a feeling of feeling like you're not connected to others because you're too different or unique, but at the same time, that is also a strength. You can always turn that around in a way where, how do I put this? It's like, I am a unique option, so I'm a rare option. So everyone wants to be with me because I am one of a kind. Like, you know, that kind of thing, you know? You're gonna meet someone who's, what is this? This is giving Leo Aquarius vibes, like Leo Aquarius, Leo Aquarius. There's gonna be some kind of Leo Aquarius placements in your chart because it's giving like North Node Leo, South Node Aquarius, or vice versa. There's something with Leo and Aquarius here, but an Aries is gonna come through that's gonna expand your circle of friends. I think you meet someone through that circle. I also think this person will come when you manifest them yourself. This is very much your choice. You have the freedom of choice here, is what I'm seeing. There's not really a question about it, honestly. It's just a matter of bringing in that light to clear that doubt so you can actually focus and manifest clearly. Which is funny, I'm telling you to see an astrologer, which is like the timing of this person, but I am saying there's a feeling of needing to break through these kind of barriers. And I think you will pretty soon. That's just what the Hermit card is saying. It's like there's this period of alone time that's coming for sure. So that's what I got for you. Let's see. I apologize if I missed some super chats, guys. I don't think I'm missing them, but if I did, I do apologize. Let's see. Okay. All right, guys, I got to get off. I'm seeing some of your questions. I do appreciate that. Thanks. Muniz. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna do one more for Muniz, and then I'll get off. Muniz says, "What's coming towards me? And towards me, I'm divorced." Okay. What's coming towards Muniz? Koi Fish says, "Thank you. Sounds great." Yeah, hopefully, you know, I sometimes it's a bummer when you tell someone that like there's not just a natural person that's going to come in, that they have to ask for them. But I will tell you this: when you ask for the right person and you send it out with the right intention, once you have that like light healed on you, strong vibes of a partner that you know you're going to enjoy more than other people who just happen to find some random person. You know, if you summon in the person you want. Let's see, what's coming towards me. I'm divorced. I mean, it is what's coming towards me. I'm divorced. Muniza. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What's coming in for Muniza? This one does not want to go back in. Okay. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. The universe, there's a feeling of holding on to something, and it feels like a lot of burdens and responsibilities. It feels like burdens and responsibilities. It feels like it's hard to manage certain things. And I think you said what's coming in love. Oh, you just said what's coming towards me. Interesting. Yeah, the cards are just like, what are they? Well, they're just like, maintain your freedom, maintain your freedom, maintain your freedom. They don't want you to get tied down. There's something about that marriage that trapped you, and that was like really trapping, and it kept you from being productive in your own life. It kept you from seeing the future. It kept you from making plans. I'm seeing that there's a strong energy of like stay. I don't know if it's you repeating this to yourself or this is what the universe is telling you, but it's like stay free, stay free, stay free. Don't get tied down. Don't get tied down. I'm hearing you have a lot on your plate already. You don't need another relationship. You don't need another thing. I'm hearing that there's a fear of dropping the ball and stuff in my life. Man, I can feel you're like overwhelmed as far as like energy that you're carrying. Let's get one more card for this. So I'm gonna pull one for the Fool. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing plan things in cycles if you're gonna plan anything. So, I mean, how do I put this? That means like if you have a job, set aside a time like a month for vacationing if you possibly can, or like a weekend for vacationing, or plan something in cycles, but maintain your freedom within those cycles, right? And I'm also hearing your passion goes in cycles. There's this feeling that your passion goes in like, how do I put it? Like some moments you'll be really passionate, you'll really want a relationship, and then other moments you're like, no more men, no more people, no more energy, like none, like get it away from me. So keep that in mind. You still need your freedom intact, is what I'm seeing. And the cards are urging you, until you figure this all out, until you figure out your cycles and your system, keep your freedom intact. It might still be fresh. I don't know if you were just recently divorced, but it might be fresh. And even if you weren't recently divorced, it's a feeling that your body is still recovering from that situation. So the cards are urging you to just be free, not tied down. I know there's a lot of burdens and a lot of responsibilities, but all the more reason to create freedom where you possibly can, right? Is kind of what I'm seeing here. And there is a sense of cycling with your passion. So when that time comes around, explore that, but I would not make a commitment. Obviously, always follow your own judgment. If you truly fall in love with someone, you know they're the one. Don't just like not make a commitment because I said so, but still there's a feeling of needing that time and space for healing, to be spontaneous, to have moments where you can just do whatever you want. That's kind of something really strong, because the last relationship feels so stifling to me. It feels like a really like a wet blanket, and it feels like someone is like, it's constricting. It's kind of the vibe. And she said it was 4 years ago, and she said, yes, true. Yeah. So anyway, okay, I got to get off, guys. Sorry, I can't really be on here too long, and especially my throat's like getting all jacked up and croaky and dry and stuff. I got to get water and honey water and all that good stuff. Thank you guys for joining the live. I do offer personal readings. Turnaround time's a little bit longer right now, but I haven't done one in a while, so maybe it would be shorter. I don't know. But yeah, usually turnaround's 1 to 3 days. Lately, it's been like 4 to 6 days to get your reading back. And I have more stuff on my channel. So zodiac readings are what I'm doing right now. For whatever reason, it's just fun. I also do pick a cards and stuff like that. So I'll catch you guys later, and thank you for coming onto the live.